Okay, so your test route will start from here. On your driving test, they'll give you not an option, but you have like out of every 5 tests that go out, one of them will not be done with sat nav. It'll be verbally. Usually 20-minute sat nav, 20-minute normal drive. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing I want you to understand when you're doing your driving test is there's something called like a DF, which is the driver fault, which is the fault with your driving. When you're driving the car and you make some sort of mistake, if you make the mistake, then it's marked down as a driver fault. If the mistake is illegal, it's marked down as a serious fault. If the mistake that you make potentially could cause an accident, it's classed as a dangerous mistake. So it's either a DF, driver fault, serious mistake, or dangerous fault. You're permitted up to 15 normal faults and pass a driving test. If you have no faults and you have a serious fault, you will fail your test. If you have no faults and have a dangerous fault, you will fail your driving test. Let's say, for example, you have 3 faults and 1 serious, you will fail your test. If you have 6 minors and 1 dangerous fault, you'll fail your test. If you have 1 minor, 1 dangerous fault, you'll fail your test. A dangerous fault means potentially you could have caused an accident, or something was developing into something very, very bad and you didn't see it early enough. Usually because drivers go too quick. A serious fault is perhaps going over the speed limit. Let's say it was a 20 and you were going 24. Let's say you got to a roundabout and you didn't move off a few times, and then somebody horned at you. So you were like hesitant and you were just sat there and you weren't going because you couldn't plan when to go. That's classed as a serious fault. Okay, a normal driving fault would be, let's say you were turning left or turning right and you signalled and then looked in your mirror, as opposed to looking in your mirrors first and signalling. If you do that continuously, let's say you do it a few times, it's classed as a habitual fault, you'd fail your driving test for that. They mark it now as a serious fault. It means you're not assessing whether it's safe to do what you intend to do. Does that make sense? Yeah. Second thing, whenever you're doing something in a car, take the time to process what you're doing first, then apply what you're doing. Don't just do it because I'm giving you the instruction. Give yourself a bit of time to work out what you need to do. Does that make sense? We're going to go over the test route in your driving lesson today, okay? When we go over the test route, I'm going to talk you through the test route so you understand what you need to do. On your driving test, you'll be asked to park the car a number of times. So you'll be parked at least 4 to 5 times. This was the first time we did a reverse bay park, so it wasn't too bad. But you'll see that I do it quite easy. What I do is I just move forward until I'm parallel with one line and reversing. If I'm not parallel, as I'm reversing, I make my car parallel. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Now this test centre concentrates more on high-speed driving, dual carriageways, big wide roads, and then all of a sudden clearance. So all of a sudden the road will get very narrow. Variable speed limit. So when you're in Heaton, most of your sort of area is 20. Over here it's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, depending on where they take you. So it's absolutely crucial that you're aware of your speed and you're able to control your speed. Now, every stage that I park you up, so I'm going to park you up 4 or 5 times, I'll give you enough information for your next sort of part. Now, if there's anything that you're unsure of, say, look, tell me a bit earlier, I will tell you a bit earlier, but you need to tell me to tell you a bit earlier. So I understand that the timing that I'm giving you is not enough. So for example, on your test, your examiner will say to you, okay, is there anything that you'd like to ask? And you can say, look, can I leave the music on a little low so I get nervous? They'll say fine. You can say, look, can you tell me the instructions a little bit earlier? Can you repeat yourself a few times so I don't get nervous and I don't forget? They'll say okay. So they'll make allowances for you reasonably, so don't worry about that. So if you're not sure where you're going, you ask me. But don't ask me where you're going when it's like an immediate left or right. Because if I say no or if I say yes, you'll change your behaviour, potentially putting your test at risk. Do you understand what I mean by that? So when you're at a set of traffic lights and you're in the lane that turned left and you say to me, oh look, should I turn left here? Well, if you don't turn left there, you're going to go over your lane and you're going to a different lane, and then perhaps you're going into a different area. Yeah, and you will fail your test if you go ahead in the lane that only turns left. So it's very important that if you don't understand, you stay in the lane that you're in and follow that lane off. Okay, well, he's got nice car, hasn't he? Right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn left here. We're then going to go to the end of the road, and we're then going to turn right. I'm then going to ask you to pull up on the left, and then I'm going to explain a few things to you, okay? So I'm going to reasonably give you enough information in terms of how to understand this. Second thing I want you to understand when you're driving the car is they will ask you to park the car at least 4 times on your test, at least 4. You need to be reasonably close to the curb. You need to make sure that you're within, let's say, 50 centimeters, that much, close to the curb whenever you park. You want to park parallel with the curb, with whichever shape the curb is. So if the curb bends to the right, you need to follow that curve when you stop. If the road curves to the left, you have to follow that curve. The car shouldn't stick out unnecessarily. Yep. Okay, so when you're ready, we're turning left. So we're going to come out of the car park, we're turning left here. Then when we get to the end of the car park, we're turning right. Okay, so when you're ready, move off. You see that car turning in? So make sure your signal's on so they know that you're coming out. And once that car turned in, you can turn out. That's good. Now we want to remain on the left of the road. That's our side of the road. That's right. Now once you get to the speed bump, look past and make sure nobody's flying into the junction. So we don't need to signal here, we just follow the road to the left. That's fine. So steer very quickly, and then we're turning right at the end of this road. This is not a one-way road, okay? Fam, this is not a one-way road, so you need to make sure you leave enough space for people to come into the road. Okay? We're now going to find a safe place to pull up on the left here. Okay, just a quick heads up. Do you know when you were coming out the car park, you're on the wrong side of the road? You need to be on your side. You need to be very clear. Now, if that was a one-way road, how would you know it's a one-way road? What signs would you see?
The one-way road sign.
What colour, what type?
It's blue and it's the
Yeah,
arrow.
that's fine. Did you see it? Then implies you need to be on your side of the road. Especially on a day like this where it's very quiet and learner drivers are very inexperienced. They won't be looking where you expect them to look. Okay, this is the first pull up on the left that you've done. It's completely fine what you've done. Okay, I'm going to give you a heads up so you understand where you're going and you understand how this test route will work. So in a second, what we will be doing is we'll be turning right at this roundabout here. When we turn right here, we're going to get to another set of traffic lights. At the traffic lights, we're turning right. Now, shall I make a go and do the Bay Park as well?
Yeah, do the proper.
Okay,
That's good.
right. So you'll be turning right at this roundabout here, then at the traffic lights you'll be turning right. When you turn right at the traffic lights, you'll be following the signs for all other traffic. You'll be following the road ahead. You won't be going towards any other area other than ahead. So when we turn right here at the roundabout, we'll get to the traffic lights. The traffic lights, both lanes turn right. If you turn right in lane 1, as in the lane on the left, so lane 1 is always the lane on the left. If you turn right in lane 1, it will take you towards Leeds Road and Old Leeds Road. Okay? If you go into the lane on the right, not here, but after the roundabout at the next traffic lights, if you go into the lane on the right, as in the second lane that turns right, that will only take you to Leeds or bring you back round the really big roundabout. Are we clear on that? Do you understand that? Yeah? Okay, so when you're not sure, you'll ask your examiner. However, if you are working on sat-nav, then you would need to follow the sat-nav. They will help you at this junction. So you're at the traffic light junction, they'll set you keep in lane 1. Now because both lanes turn right, doesn't matter which lane you're in, they both go in the same direction, but you must remain in your lane, because if both lanes go in one direction, they both have their own separate lane. Yeah, so it's important that you maintain your lane. So when you get to the traffic lights, kind of look at the floor markings, make sure you understand which lane you're in. Are you in the lane on the left? Are you in the lane on the right? If you are in the lane on the right and you're going to Leeds, remain in your lane. If you are in the lane on the left that turns right, you can only go into Bradford. Are we clear on that? Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to talk you through it though as you're driving, okay? So now I want you to move off remembering your routine. So make sure you're in drive, and I wouldn't signal until you're ready to go. Blind spot check and then move off. And if your signal cancels, reapply your signal. We're turning right here, third exit. Fatima?
Yeah.
Turning right here. Look to your right and go. Third exit, okay? 1 exit done. 2 exits done. And now signal left to your routine to exit the roundabout. So we're now going to stay behind the blue coloured car lane, so lane 1. So cancel your signal. And we don't need to signal to turn right, but we're going to remain in lane 1. And we're not going to go over this line, we're going to sit behind the car. Now because we're in lane 1, when we turn right, we need to remain in lane 1. So once he moves off, we're going to go ahead, turning right.
Yeah.
Turning right. Okay, we're turning right, Fatima, here. Yep. So let's go a little faster and keep in lane 1, behind the red coloured car. Continue. So lane 1 will go ahead, it will go ahead, it will go towards Bradford. So it might say BRFRD or whatever on the floor, or it'll show an arrow pointing ahead. We want the arrow pointing ahead. So when you're ready, move forward and follow the arrow ahead. The lane on the right only goes to Leeds. So keep moving, keep scanning the floor for the arrow that points ahead. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Good. Go straight into that lane, that's fine. So we're following the local traffic. That means if we stay in this lane, them 2 lanes on the right, they bend to the right and continue towards Leeds. This lane will turn left where that LA tan sign is. Can you see it? It'll turn left just before there. You'll see the floor markings. That's fine. See where them 2 silver cars have gone? Ahead of you. We're going to turn left there. So the lanes on the right, these 2 lanes, they bend to the right. That's yeah, where that red traffic light is there, we're turning left there. We're going to go along that road. So these two lanes on the right, they're going to follow the road round. We're going to go where that grey car's just gone now. And we don't need to signal to exit, but if you do, you won't be marked down. So if you signal left, it's fine. So we're going to follow the road round to the left and scan the zebra crossing as well. So follow the road round. That's good. And we're going to go inside B&Q car park. So follow the road ahead. Where that blue car's coming out from, we're going to turn into the car park, okay? So now check your mirrors. Don't worry about your signal yet, but get closer to the line. Now put your signal on. So when it's safe, we're going to go into the car park from here. That's fine. And we're going to go ahead. So we're going to follow the road ahead. Make sure as you're going ahead, we can go, that we're always on our side of the road to the best of our ability. That's good. Keep going, keep moving. Let's follow the road ahead. I want you now to drive into a bay on your right between the green cone and the white van. So let's come a little bit more to the left and signal right. Stop, you're going to mark the pavement. Okay, what are you doing?
I'm not in the left.
You need to tell your examiner what you're about to do.
Oh.
So don't make any adjustments until you say, okay, I'm not in the bay, I'm going to reverse, I'm going to fix, okay? However, for the purpose of today, if you park the car, I'm not worried about you adjusting the positioning. I don't care about that today. I just want to go over this test route with you, okay? But do you understand where you went wrong here?
Yeah.
What was it?
My reference point was different, so when I turned in, I was too much on that side.
Yeah. So how could you fix it in hindsight?
If I move the wheel to the left a little bit.
If you moved your car position more to the left,
Yeah.
and gave yourself more time to go into the bay. Okay, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. We'll deal with that in your next lesson. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to reverse to the left, and I want to go out of the car park the way we came in. But we need to follow the white markings on the floor when we reverse. Okay, so when we leave the car park, so you need to look all the way around, making sure it's safe as you reverse. And that's fine. Now come to a stop. We're going to go ahead where that car is there, okay? We can go. He's waiting. So we're going to go ahead over there. So we're going to keep to the left and go around the car park. Then at the end we follow the road round. So look at the white marks on the floor and follow the white markings. Remember, it's a two-way road, okay? So we're turning right here. So we're following the floor markings, okay? Good. And we're now turning left here. We're following the exit. When we turn left here, we're then taking the next road on the left again. We're turning left and then left again. Remember to keep on the left because it's a one-way road. We need to be positioned correctly. Into that left-hand corner. And now take the next road on the left, this one here. In fact, take the second one. Take the second one. This one here. You're going a little wide, Fatima, with every turn you make, okay? If you know you need to go wide for whatever reason, you need to stay very quickly so you come back to your side of the road. Again, you're on the wrong side of the road. Come to the left. You can see the white mark, very faint on the floor. That's showing you the lane divide. It's showing you what side of the road you need to be on. At the end of the road, turn right. At the traffic lights, follow the road ahead. Essentially what that means to you is you'd stay in the left lane and just keep following the road. It's a dual carriageway. The blue sign's telling you that you can only turn left there. We're going to remain in the lane on the left. The reason for that is we always try and keep left unless we're overtaking or making progress. Now the speed limit is 30 going into a 40. So keep your speed reasonable for where you are. And when we turn left here, you're going to go into the first lane that goes ahead. So keep close to the double yellow lines, give some gas, stay behind that blue coloured car. That's nice. As we follow the road ahead, the new speed limit is 40. We're now following the signs for Pudsey. So we can use the bus lane on the left. Okay, so let's go into it, signal left and come into it. Cancel your signal. Now, we are following the signs for Pudsey. So it's a right turn, but you can only make the right turn by turning left. Okay, so now we signal left to turn left at these lights. Turning left, and once the light goes green, we'll go behind them, that red coloured car, and we'll follow the road round and make that right turn. Okay, so we're going to go behind this white coloured car that you can see on the left, and we're going to follow the road round, and we're going to follow that white car and go along that right turn. That's the turn for Pudsey. Okay, so it's a right turn at these lights. This used to be a roundabout a long time ago. So let's move forward, and we're turning left. Once you turn left, you cancel your signal. So left mirror check, come into lane 1. Slow down so you stay in your lane. Follow the road round to the right. That's fine, yep. And what you and I are going to do, we're going to stop about here. The reason we're stopping here is if another car comes, we're keeping the junction clear. Okay? So you'll see that car there, he's going to go into lane 2 and he's blocking him. So we're keeping the junction open just to let the odd car come through. So once the lights go green, we're going to carry on and we're going to go toward that 30 sign. But because we're in lane 1, we're going to remain in lane 1. You see, by waiting here, that car can come out. And that's the kind of driving standard they want to see. Let's go now, we can go. So we're going to follow the road round to the right, but remain in lane 1. That's good. Follow it round, well done. And we're going to stay in lane 1 as we exit. That's fine. Now follow the road round to the left, look in your right door mirror. Now carry on, that's perfectly fine. You don't worry about your signal, you didn't signal there, and even if you did, it wouldn't make sense if you signal because you're following the road ahead. Keep going, the zebra crossing is clear, so we'll continue following the road round. The road bends to the right. After the bus stop, I'm going to ask you to find a safe place to pull up on the left. So anywhere on the left, find a safe place to pull up here. Yeah. Don't hit the pavement. Okay, so once you cancel the signal, he'll then say, okay, move off when you're ready. So he's going to pull you up a few times like this, okay? So now we're going to follow the road ahead. There's a warning sign on the left. What's it telling you?
Yeah, he's gonna bend to the left,
Okay, so why is it in a triangle? What's it warning you of?
like a steep, like
Yeah,
turn.
sharp.
Sharp
We
turn.
call it sharp turn, yeah? How else would you know it's a sharp turn?
Because of the line.
Which line?
The line that is curving is
Can you see that black and white thing?
black.
Right at the end.
Oh yeah, the arrows.
That's warning you that it's a sharp turn and the road bends to the left. So you need to watch out, not about your own driving, you need to watch out for a bus coming around the corner. The bus will always go in a straight line, so he'll find it hard to follow a pattern. So you need to be careful. If you do see a bus, you need to substantially reduce your speed. Move off when you're ready. Avoid going over line 2, but go over line 1 to carry on. It's just how people park. So I've pulled you up twice so far, you've got 2 more to do yet. Continue following the road ahead. So we're now going to continue following the road ahead. So at the traffic lights, you'll go ahead and we'll continue following this road down. You can move forward. What's the speed limit here?
20.
How do you know?
So
So we're going into a 20 or we are in a 20?
we are in a 20.
As we go ahead at the next lights, make sure you don't go over the white lines. So you always remain in your lane as you're going ahead. So look at the floor markings, make sure you don't go over the white line.
Straight ahead.
Ahead, yes. What's the speed limit?
30? No, 20.
Yes, still 20. Keep an eye on your speed. After the white coloured car on the left, pull up on the left. After the white car. You will hit that car. Look, you're in line to hit it. You need to go around the car. And now signal left and pull up on the left. Anyway, down there, plenty of space to stop. Anyway, he is lovely. Come to a stop. And the reason, any reason why you're getting close to a parked car?
I'm not looking in the middle.
Okay, not just the mirror. Where's the end of your car on the left?
What do you mean?
So do you know my side of the car?
Yeah.
Where's the furthest part on the left hand side? Where's the furthest part on the left hand side of this car when you're going forwards?
Facing towards the car.
Okay, so no. Do you know, if you were to bump into something,
Yeah.
what would bump into it first? Would it be my door, my front bumper, my back bumper?
The bumper, the front bumper.
Where's my front bumper? Any idea?
In the front.
Where? What gives you an idea of where the edge of my car, the furthest point ahead of you is?
Underneath this, the lid for the...
Yeah. Okay, you need to make sure that doesn't get within 2 car spaces of a parked car. To go around that car, you need to take a wide turn. So it's important that wherever you're travelling, if you feel that you're getting too close to the car, you go around the car. The reason why I stopped you, if you continued going in a straight line, you would have hit it. So that's telling me as an instructor, you're not looking past this sign when you're driving the car. You are looking immediately in front of your seat. So when you're traveling, when you're driving, you look between your left leg and your right leg, your seat, immediately in front of you, ahead of you. You are not looking to my side, ahead of me. I want that to come into your driving. Anyway, okay, what's going to happen now is you're going to go ahead at these lights. We're then going to take the next road on the right. So ahead at the crossroads, then the next road on the right. Yep. When we turn right there, the road bends to the left. Look at the flow markings, make sure you turn from the correct place. Okay, move off when you're ready. So at the traffic lights, go ahead. And see where them 3 cars are? Can you see where that silver car's turning?
Yeah.
We're turning into that road. Now start your routine for your next right turn. Good. Go into the box. When you're ready, turn. That's right. You will need to slow down for that car. Now carry on. So you need to make sure if there's not enough space for both of you, he's already there. So he's already what we call committed. So you'd have to let him come through. Did you see he stopped himself getting out of the car?
Yeah.
That's because we were on the wrong side of the road. What's the speed limit here? 30. Now, I'd like you to find a safe place to pull up on the left. Lovely. Okay, so what's going to happen now is you'll follow the road ahead. We're going to get to a set of traffic lights. Go ahead at the lights. At the roundabout, take the first exit, follow the signs for Bradford. When we turn left, we're then going to come onto a slip road, and that will take us back to Bradford. So you know the road that you were on yesterday with your sister? You'll be going back onto that road, okay? So move off when you're ready. also look in your mirror before you come in, because I know you look in the mirror as you're turning. You always look in your mirror, but look into your mirror before you do it, so it's safe to do what you intend to do. So try and do 2 mirror checks, one before, one as. Continue following the road ahead. So these are the traffic lights that you are going ahead at, and then you'll get to a roundabout and you'll be taking the first exit left. And if you read the roundabout sign, we're following the signs for Bradford, A647. So you can start your routine from here. I'm going to stay close to the pavement. Closer. That's it. That's good. And make sure your exit is clear. Look to your left, Emma. Make sure it's clear. If it is, when you think it's safe, then you go.
Are we going that far?
Yeah, you're taking the first exit. Keep to the left. That's good. That's fine. Keep to the left. Can you remember the speed limit on this road?
For 30.
It's 30 at the moment, yes. So keep an eye on your speed. Stay as close as you can to 30 and not go over. So now, as we go ahead, once we go through the 50 sign, we're then going to go onto a slip road onto a main carriageway. So keep your speed at 30. Once you go through the 50 sign, go faster than 30. So look in your rear view mirror. Now go faster and keep left. Now I want you to signal right to show people that you're going to come onto a carriageway. Increase your speed to 45 at least. Stay in your lane, so don't go over the white line. Now look in your right door mirror. Once it's safe, look in your mirror, slide into the lane like this. Now cancel your signal. This speed is very reasonable. Try and keep your speed at 45 or above. Good weather, good conditions, and it's safe to do so. Now that sign, what's it telling you? It means, go on.
I forgot.
Give some gas. Look in your left door mirror, left mirror, and you'll see what it means. So what does it mean?
Oh, that lane's gonna cross over to this one.
Yes. So it means that slip road will come into your lane because you're in lane 1. So when the next time you see that sign, as soon as you register that sign in your head, look in your right mirror or your left mirror, look in all your mirrors, see what cars in your lane on the right or the lane on the left, so you're aware of what's going on. One brain to the right. Look in your left door mirror, that's good. Look in your left mirror. Now come closer to the left. Don't get worried, you won't hit the curb. That's good. That's fine. You're doing it again. That's it. You feel it?
Yeah.
And that's because you're looking at the white car. So try and keep looking at things on the left. So now we have the same situation again. So glance in your right door mirror but remain in your lane. You wouldn't be expected to go across if it's unsafe. So we can see this car here. We're not going to turn off, we're going to remain in our lane. She will come in behind us. Bit more gas. So it's easier for her to come in. But we have the same problem here. Now if the car comes in front of you, then you'd have to let the car in and you'd give it way. Otherwise, keep up the speed, and we can see on the left that there's no reason why we would have that problem, because we've looked in our mirror, we cannot see a car approaching. Now the only thing we need to worry about on this test route are people pushing in from the right hand side lane, which is normal when they're coming into Bradford. The second thing, especially when it comes to a Golf, the second thing, there we are, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to follow the signs for Bradford, but we are taking the segregated slip road. You see how she's going in and out of traffic? She'll push in front of, near the taxi. Now watch, there, look. So we need to signal left, and we're going to follow the blue coloured car onto the segregated slip road. That means you're protected. You don't need to worry about cars coming into your lane where the pavements are. So nice and slow, nice and gentle. Keep going, our light is green. That's fine, well done. We're going to remain in this lane, keep to the left and follow the road up. That's the most sought after Ferrari in the country. It's in Bradford. That Ferrari there, that SUV. So we'll remain in this lane and we are following the road ahead. Now you'll see that car moving off slowly. It means adapt your speed for that car. That's fine. Carry on following the road ahead. Can you see your signal that you've left on?
Oh.
That's why he's pulled out.
Oh.
He thought that you were turning into that road, and that would be classed as a serious fault. So if you leave your signal on unnecessarily and the other person misunderstands that signal, it's classed as a serious fault. That means even if you've got one minor or no minors and you haven't made a mistake, that mistake alone will make you forfeit your driving test. So it's very important that if you apply your signal, that you cancel it when it's not needed.
Straight
Ahead, follow the road ahead. We're on our way back to the test center. So if everything went well and you did it exactly like that, so far so good. Apart from that silly mistake with your signal, that just a silly mistake. As long as you try and plan what you're doing. What colour are your traffic lights?
Red.
That's why I asked you. Because I felt that the car wasn't slowing down. They're not going to ask you, they're going to just very, very gently look at your face and see where you're looking. Remain in the lane that we're in, and we will follow the road round to the left. We're then turning left at the traffic lights and then right at the roundabout. So if you came into the test centre one way, you'll go back the opposite way, as in the other side. Make sure you're signalling, because your lane comes off the lane that turns, the lane that goes ahead. So people are aware of what you're doing. So when we turn left here, we're going to keep close to the right hand side. So you prepare. Now start your routine for turning right at the roundabout. As you go around the roundabout, make sure your exit's clear. And if a car comes, then you stop mid-turn. So now signal to exit, come off your roundabout, and try and avoid going over the centre line. That's it, nice and slow with your hand so you don't clip the curb. That's fine. Now follow the road ahead, and we're going to go back. And we're then going to take the second road on the right. That'll take you back into the test centre. So this one here. A bit more to the left, so you leave enough space for cars to go past you and go when you're ready. That's good. Now you'll keep to the left and go ahead. So imagine there's a line in the middle. So you'd keep on the left hand side of the car park, unless it was blocked and the examiner said go around the car. And then you'd park in any bay ahead of you, because you tested it. Let's go a little quicker. And park in any bay, any one that he tells you. Even though it doesn't matter which, but even if they're disabled. And that would be the end of your driving test. So it'll tell you to turn everything off. Okay?